Alright, so I'm going to tell you about the heavens and different versions of heavens and hells in each religion. Of course, you got the Christianity version of hell. We all know the pearly gates, the gold. But I think the problems with any version of heaven is, well, you're dead. You're a ghost. Why would you want? You can get anything you want in the afterlife. Why wouldn't God give you everything now in the life? Because if in the afterlife you're a ghost, you can't feel, can't touch. Does it matter if you get $1,000,000? Does it matter? Let alone you're not back on Earth. You can't go back to Earth. You're in the sky. So that's what I see with the problem of heavens. But and the Judaism believes in a heaven too, but it's different actually than a heaven and in the Christian religion. They believe that there's 7 heavens, and we know the hell in the Christianity is so vicious, so you can't escape. Actually, the hell in the Judaism, you can escape, but you don't even get tormented. It's just a place of purgatory, but you can escape if you tell God or if you actually do a good deed or something when you're in hell. So that's how it is in the Judaism belief. And then Islam, the heavens like the 72 virgins. For the heaven. See the difference between Judaism and Christianity. The heaven is described primarily in physical terms, a place where every wish, is immediately fulfilled. But in Islam, the heaven is described as a mortal life, as happy without negative emotions. And then those who dwell in heaven are said to wear costly apparel. And apparently in Islam you have like banquets and stuff. So I guess you're like, everybody's always bouncing on clouds and riding unicorns and having banquets, and actually have recliners and couches on the clouds you can which are inlaid with gold and precious stones. And of course, like all versions of heavens, they say you can rejoice with your parents, wives, and children. The problem with heaven is the pets. Your pets cannot come to heaven, apparently, because God said the pets have no souls. So you cannot. You can be with your loved ones, but your pets are just dead, and they can't come to heaven with you. So that pretty much sucks, because I love animals. And everybody loves animals. Maybe God will create animals in the sky out of nothing. Create unicorns out of the sky. Me, I'm atheist, so I don't believe any of this stuff. It's a fairy tale. Heavens and hells. But this video is for you believers. So I just want to make that out. Different versions of the religions of heavens and hells. And then some of the other faiths, like the Baha'i faith, describe heaven as a spiritual condition. And then like hell is a state of remoteness. So it seems to me probably the worst version of hell would be on the Christian religion, or maybe the Islam religion. And like Buddhism is, they got several heavens, and they believe in karma and reborn, but they stay in the heaven, and it's not eternal. Eventually they always use up the good karma and look for a different rebirth. They have cycles of enlightenment, and then it's hot. So you can be heaven outside time and space. So it's like a bunch of different heavens, different religions. So that's the heavens. Alright, so let's talk about the hells and the religions. Let's go to the hells. The evil hell. Alright. And we know some are more evil than others. Obviously, the Christian hell is probably, or the Islam hell is probably the most evilest. And it's punishment for your sins. Then Egypt has the hell with the 7 books. The book of the 2 ways, the book of Amidot, the book of the gates, the book of the dead, the book of the earth, and the book of the caverns. And then Greek, of course, has the Hades, the underworld, the Hades. Then Asia has hells of Bhagobo. And Indian has Naraka. And the Celtic has Ufrin. In Africa, it's got Haida. Swahili hell. Basically, the hells are kind of all the same, except the Judaism hell is just in purgatory. There's no internal suffering. And some other religions don't have eternal suffering and torment. It's just you're like shamed by your God, but you have to do a good deed. For some of the religions, you can go to heaven, and then some you actually can't. You're just kind of stuck, and it's actually not eternal, like the Christian religion. The Aztecs believe the dead travel to Mictlan, with white flowers, and it's always dark, you know. Of course, Judaism is the Gehenna hell, and they say it's not hell though. It's just a grave, and it's like a sort of purgatory where one is judged based on one's life deeds, or rather, where one becomes fully aware of one's own shortcomings and negative actions during one's life. And the good thing about the Judaism hell, it's only for 12 months, whereas Christianity's eternal, torment and suffering. So Judaism hell is only for 12 months, and you can come back to the heaven if you do like a really good deed. So you're not in Gehenna forever. It's only 12 months. It's funny. I think one of the religions, like Islam or other religions of the conversion cell, it says it's not eternal, but it's 1 billion years. Seriously, 1 billion years would seem like eternity. Funny thing about this, when I think of you die, you go to these different realms, is either you're dead and you can't move, you have no consciousness, or the God brings you back to life and you have consciousness where you can feel and touch. So bizarre. And of course there's like the 7 circles and 7 gates of hell. Like I said, people had nothing to do but to write creepy stories, and And of course, the Wicca religion is everybody thinks the witches are evil and bad, but the witches are actually good because they don't believe in hell, and they don't believe in the concept of punishment and reward, and they say the horned god and the goddesses